Hi there, Oliver Olson here of Speedy Web Videos, and I'm going to give you a quick little video on using PowerPoint to create those flying cool graphics that you see in videos on the web. So here we are in Microsoft PowerPoint, and you've built your slides here, and you've got your graphics here, and so what we want to do, I'll show you this one, and that comes in and then that flies in, and then it's got a little kind of growing effect to it at the end. So the first one just flies in and then it grows. See that? Okay, so the way that we do that is what we call adding animations. So you have actually just one animation on this, which is the fly in animation coming from the left, and then you've got your duration of how fast you want that to come in. And then after that, this is our what we call our animation pane. So that's that first picture right there. When I put the highlight on it, it shows me I'm selecting this one. So that flies in, and then we've got the second animation here, which is called group 5 for some reason. I'm not sure why, but anyways, that's this smartphone here that comes flying in. It has a different effect to it. It's when you go to add animation, you've got all these choices of effects here, and then down here as well, I'll just have to bring this down to show you. Let's see, animation, add animation. So hopefully you can see that down here you've got more entrance and exit effects. So once you click on that, you bring up a window, and then it gives you the whole bunch of other effects that you can do. So this kind of swirling in kind of effect of this, I'll show you it again, of the smartphone coming in. See how it swirls in, is just one of those effects. And then you want a growing effect added to that. And so you choose the first one, which is that kind of swirl in look to it. And then you click on add animation. And then this window comes up. You add the animation, which is this one, this grow shrink. And I'll show you, actually we'll just undo that, but I'll just show you what window comes up. And this window will come up, and it just gives you the options of what you want. How much do you want it to grow? We grew it by 10%, so you just choose that here. You click this drop down, choose the percentage that you want, and then there's these smooth start, smooth end, and just play around with that. You'll see how it kind of comes in fast or slows down at the end. That's what that does. And then you've got your timing options here, which are just a little deeper. It's the same kind of stuff that you have here, but you've got some more options that you can do, and whether you want the animation to repeat. Again, just play around with these. You'll start to see some of the options that you have. So, all right. Here's another one, which is just all the fly-in kind of animations. So I'm just sort of showing this program here, all the things that you get. It's videos and documents, downloads, audio, and so the same kind of thing. So all of these are using simple fly-in animation effect. When you click here, you can see all the different ones you can have. And again, if you want more options, then you click on add animation, and then your durations here, and you can see the kind of graphic effect here of what we're doing. This will help you when you get into much more involved animations like this one. It gets kind of crazy. Let's just make this a little bit bigger so you can see. And what we have here is money going down the drain. Okay, and I know it looks a bit chunky on your screen, and that's because some technical resolution issues while I'm making the video here. But see now we have this kind of long graphic representation of the animations. Actually, you can see that it's actually just repeated for each one, and so we have a kind of a swirling, a spiral in of each piece of money. Each piece of money kind of turning as it spirals in, and each piece of money getting smaller as it spirals in, and then each piece of money fading out, and it fades out once it gets to the bottom of the drain. So each one is treated differently, but they're different size of swirl and different placement of the swirl, and so it looks, each one looks unique, but they're more or less actually the same. Now the next thing is to say, okay, well, how do I get this into a video? And if you're using Camtasia or ScreenFlow or even Cam Studio, there's different ways of shooting the screen. And the way that we do it, though, is that we want to shoot this in a window. We don't want to use the whole screen to shoot something. So when you go set up your slideshow, click on slideshow here, and click on setup slideshow, and you click on browse by an individual in a window, so that allows me to show the PowerPoint just in a window as opposed to on the whole screen, which is what you might do during a live presentation in front of an audience. Here we just want it in a window, and I'll show you what that looks like. And that is this right here. What we have actually is our screen capture window set to be just inside our PowerPoint slide. And so if I just move this around, you'll see, okay, there's the edge of my window. I've got this in a window right now, and I just set it on right the edge of my screen capture window, and then I'm ready to go. Start my screen capture recording, and then just click through my slide presentation. You might be just talking and narrating as your slides go by, or you might have a previously recorded script that you are playing, and you have cues in that script, and you advance your slide every time you get to the next cue, and that makes a very nice tight presentation. I show you how to do this in Speedy Web videos step by step, but now let's go and see how this looks in the editing software. Alright, so now we're in Adobe Premiere, which is what I use for editing. And you could be using Camtasia or iMovie or whatever it is you want to edit your videos with. It doesn't matter. So I just wanted to show you what this looks like. I would bring that PowerPoint video into this program, and then I would add music, voiceover, sound effects, things like that. So with that one of the money going down the drain, this is what we have.
But now, how much worse will the problem become with every passing day that you don't take action to drop debt? Here's a simple.
So really just adding those little swish sounds that make it go down the drain, and you could hear the voiceover there as well. Great resource for getting sounds is freesound.org, and it's unbelievable what they have here. It's just all these free sounds. You do have to register, but there's no cost or anything, and you just type in your sound, whatever it might be. They have just about everything here, and you get all these free sounds. You just click on here to listen. And generally the sound that you're going to want to get is a WAV file, WAV. That's an uncompressed, high quality piece of sound. MP3 is a compressed sound, which still some of them are going to be MP3s, but they're the quality is lower. If you notice, if you don't notice, well, whatever, it's fine. But generally, if you have a choice, then you want that WAV file. AIF is fine. It'll depend on your editing software. Some of them you will be able to import, others you won't. But great resource. There's even little bits of music stings and things like that, little musical tracks here and things like that too. Not full music pieces, but still. So lots of little things that you can use for accents, but sounds of everything in there. So that's great. Free resource, freesound.org. So one more quick little look at PowerPoint and some of the cool things that you can do is something like this, which is a nice, what do we call it, a montage, I guess. I'll just play this for you. You can see for yourself. This one is selling a smartphone app, and so I just took these still images from stock photo library and then treated them. And by that I mean, you take an image like this, and I put, so you go to design, format, and I go to picture effects, and I go to soft edges, and I put a 50-point soft edge on it, and then I go to corrections, and I choose something here just to kind of like heighten the kind of image, kind of do something crazy with the colors. And you might say, well, why do I want to do that? Why don't I just leave the picture it is? You can, but when you do something a little bit different, and PowerPoint has all these options to kind of distort or change the image, make it, change the color, the resolution, the graininess, and things like that, is that you give your video or give your animation a kind of a look to it. And if it looks a bit different, people tend to notice differences. And so if you just show the image as it really is, the way it was taken, well, okay, maybe their interest will be what it is. But when you start to change it, put these soft edges on it, put animation to it, change the color, all these things, then you're getting into something that looks a little more cool. And I'm just, to get them to that size, I just crop them, and then I'm using animation to reveal them, which is the wipe animation. So we can see over here in the window what the animations are. Each one has a wipe on and then a fade out. And so you can see that's showing me multiple animations for each one, but the one that you would be choosing is this wipe, and you would wipe it from left to right or right to left or up or down, and then you would add an animation here, and the animation that you would be adding is the fade out. So again, same kind of thing. You would show it in the window like this, and it's going to look a little chunky here because of the resolution I'm shooting at. And you put something like that to music and voiceover, you really get people's attention on your stuff. So that's it. As you know, or as you may know, you can get Speedy Web Videos. It's just $37. There's about 20 videos in there, probably more. They're all only about 10 minutes long, so it's a very short, quick, efficient process for producing these kinds of videos that have text effects, flying graphics, music, putting in sound effects, the whole process, how to shoot the screen capture, how to get a small file size but very high quality, everything you need in there, A to Z. So enjoy and have yourself a great day.